Hello students, welcome to the video class for the subject Power Electronics and PLC. So today's topic is the Programmable Logic Controller or PLC and its application. So here we will start with the module 5. So this video class is for 5th semester Electrical and Electronics Diploma Engineering students. So in this topic, programmable logic controller and its application, we start from the introduction part. Okay, so what is this PLC? This PLC is a programmable logic controller. So programmable logic controller is a device that was invented to replace the necessary sequential relay circuits for machine control. So I will explain you this what is this programmable logic controller with a simple example. So let's take a water tank. The water tank has the capacity of 70%. Okay, so but our requirement is to maintain the water level at 50%. So in this tank there is one inlet pipe and another outlet pipe is there, and in inlet pipe there is one valve, and in outlet pipe there is also another valve. So to maintain the 50% level, to maintain the water level at 50% in the tank, we need to control that inlet valve and outlet valve. Okay, if the water level is below 50%, then we need to open that inlet valve more, so that more water will enter to the tank. And if the water level is more than 50%, then we so for controlling the water level in 50% level, we need to control the inlet valve and outlet valve. So for the controlling of the inlet valve and outlet valve, we need to use some particular control systems, so that we can control that water level in the tank. So those control system parameters, or those control system equipments came under a process. So for that controlling, for that process controlling, now you are using some controller. It is a single unit, and this controller is based on a logic, or based on a programmable logic. So by implementing some program, some logic, we can control that process. This is your programmable logic controller. So PLC is a device that was invented to replace the necessary sequential relay circuits for machine control. So the PLC works by looking at its input and, depending upon their state, turning on or off its output. Okay, so PLC works by looking at its input and depending upon their state, turning on off its output. That means here our input is the in case of water tank example, our input is the water, and our input is the maintaining the 50% level in water tank, and its state is whether it is above 50% or below 50%. According to that, we will turn on and off its output. So accordingly we can get the 50% level in the water tank. Okay, so the user enters a program, usually via software, that gives the desired results. Okay, so some PLC examples are let's assume that when a switch turn on, we want to turn a solenoid on for 55 seconds and then turn it off regardless of how long the switch is on for. So we can do this with a simple external timer, but what if the process include 10 switches and solenoids? So we would need 10 external timer. What if the process also need to count how many times the switches individually turn on? So for all this we need a lot of external counters. Okay, so what is the need of PLC? So see, in the previous example, see in case of one solenoid, we can turn on the solenoid for 5 seconds and then we can turn it off. So regardless of how long the switch is on. But in case of 10 solenoids, okay, in case of 10 solenoids and 10 switches, so we need 10 external timer. And what if the process also need to count how many times the switches individually turn on? We need a lot of external counter. So in this process, here is so many counters are used to count the switches, to count the individual switches, how many for how many duration these switches turn on individually. So for this we need lot of external counters. So these are all become now a complex process. So for this we need PLC. Okay, so PLC need is the bigger the process, the more is need for PLC. Simply program the PLC to count its input and turn the solenoid on for the specified time. Okay, by using the program in PLC we can count its input and turn on the solenoid on for the specified time. So the primary reason for designing PLC was eliminating the large cost involved in replacing the complicated relay based machine control system. So the primary reason of PLC is designing PLC was eliminating the large cost involved in replacing the complicated relay based machine control system. Okay, so inside PLC what is the main thing is what is the different parts of PLC by using its block diagram. So before going to this, let's see the advantages of PLC. So these are the all the definition and history of the PLC. PLC is a user-friendly microprocessor-based specialized computer that carries out control functions of many types and levels of complexity. Its purpose is to monitor crucial process parameter and adjust process operations accordingly. Used extensively because the PLC is easy to set up and program behaves predictably ruggedized. Okay, so these are all the definition of the PLC. These are also the definition of PLC. These are the examples of PLC. This is Allen Bradley PLC 5, Allen Bradley SLC 500, Allen Bradley Micrologics, Allen Bradley Pico controller. These are all the examples. So PLC basics are some PLCs are integrated into a single unit, that is the Pico in case of Pico controller, whereas others are modular like PLC 5, SLC 500. The Micrologics product lies somewhere between the PLC 5 and the Pico controller. The integrated PLCs are sometimes called brick PLCs because of their small size. These PLCs have embedded input output, that means the input output is a part of the same unit. So integrated PLCs are sometimes called brick PLC because of their smaller size. These PLCs have embedded input output, that means input output is a part of the same unit as the controller itself. So modular PLCs have extended input output. This is the components in a PLC system. So components of a PLC system, these are all under your different parts of PLC. We will again we will going to this part. So just now you just know what are the components in a PLC system. That is the CPU module containing the processor and memory, input output modules to allow the PLC to read sensors and control actuators. A wide variety of types are available there, and power supply for the PLC and often sensors and low power actuators connected to input output modules, a rack or bus, so the PLC can exchange data with input output modules. So this is the PLC in an automated system. This is the power supply given. This is the CPU module of PLC. This is digital input module, digital output module, analog input module, analog output module. Okay, so here the digital sensors, switches, proximity sensors are connected. Here digital actuators are connected here. and this is the network through connected. This here the programming unit is connected with this CPU module. This is analog sensor which is given input to this analog input module. This is analog actuator which is came from the analog output module. Okay. So these are the advantages of PLC. The first one is the flexibility. So the PLC is can easily run in any machines. This is the flexibility. Flexibility means one unit of a PLC or one brick of a PLC can be run in any machine. Okay, with its control program, it can be run. That means it has a whole part of the program installed inside the memory part, and then by using these programs we can control any kind of machines. But that means by using some portion of one running program we can control one application. By using another portion we can control another application, like this. Okay, so this is your flexibility. Then next is the implementing changes and correcting error. This is the another advantages of PLC. Okay, so with a wired relay type panel, any program alterations require time for rewiring of panels and devices. So implementing changes and correcting error: when a PLC program circuit or sequence design change is made, the PLC program can be changed from a keyboard sequence in a matter of minutes. No rewiring is required for a PLC control system. Also, if a programming error has to be corrected in a PLC control ladder diagram, a change can be typed in quickly. The next advantage is the large quantities of contacts. So the PLC has a large number of contacts for each coil available in its programming. Suppose that a panel wired relay has 4 contacts and all are in use. When a design change requiring 3 more contacts is made, time would have to be taken to procure and install a new relay or relay contact block. So using a PLC, however, only 3 more contacts would be typed in. Contacts are now a software component. So large quantities of contacts are available in its programming. Okay, this is another advantages. And the next advantages is the lower cost pilot running. So lower cost means increased technology makes it possible to condense more functions into smaller and less expensive packages. Now you can purchase a PLC with numerous relay, timers and counters, a sequencer and other functions for a few $100s. Okay, so pilot running means a PLC program circuit can be evaluated in the lab. The program can be typed in, tested, observed and modified if needed, saving valuable factory time. So another advantages is visual observation. A PLC circuit operation can be seen during operation directly on a CRT screen. So the operation or misoperation of a circuit can be observed as it happens. So logic paths light up on the screen as they are energized. So troubleshooting can be done more quickly during visual observation. So by using the visual observation we can troubleshoot quickly. We can find the logic path light up on the screen as they are energized, so that we can know which function is going on. Okay, so the operation or misoperation of a circuit can also be observed from visual observation. Okay, the next advantages is ladder or Boolean programming method, reliability and maintainability. So the PLC programming can be accomplished in the ladder mode by an engineer. So ladder mode is the one kind of logic expression. That means in the PLC programmable logic controller, the logic is logic is handled by ladder mode. So ladder mode is a technique. Okay, so ladder mode by an engineer, electrician, or possibly a technician. Alternatively, a PLC programmer who works in digital or Boolean control system can also easily perform PLC programming. Then the next advantages is reliability and maintainability. So solid state devices are more reliable in general than mechanical systems or relays and timers. So consequently, the control system maintenance costs are low and downtime is minimal. The another advantages is documentation. So an immediate printout of the true PLC circuit is available in minutes if required. There is no need to look for the blueprint of the circuit in remote files. The PLC printout the actual circuit in operation at a given moment. So often the file prints are relay panels. File prints for relay panels are not properly kept up to date. A PLC printout is the circuit at the present time. No wire tracing is needed for verification. So these are all about the introduction and advantages of PLC. Okay, thank you.